Alright, you little mathematicians. We are learning a new unit now. So this is our introduction to rates and unit rates. So a rate, we've actually been seeing these, we just haven't really been using them by this name. A rate is just a ratio that compares quantities of different units. So some examples would be 12 eggs for $3. Eggs and dollars are different units, and we're comparing them. Another example might be 2 pizzas per 5 kids. Something about rates, they often use this word per. Here I want you to pause the video and write down the definition for rate, and then move on, push play, and then pause it again after I change the slide, and also write down the definition for unit rate. Thanks. A unit rate is just a rate where one of the quantities is 1. So a couple examples. We've got 60 miles per hour. We're talking about how far you travel in 1 hour, right? And then down here we've got 3 miles per day. How many meals do you eat per 1 day? So it's just a rate where one of these numbers is 1. Before we had 12 eggs for $3, right? But here we have 60 miles per 1 hour. Now this word per often gets expressed with this little backslash here. So another way of reading this would be 60 miles per hour or 3 meals per day. A lot of times in life, we want to find the unit rate of something. Okay, so a local market sells a dozen eggs for $3, but maybe what I'm more interested in is just knowing how much does that cost per egg? So that's a problem I want you to try to solve on your own. Pause this and think about that. What is the price per egg if a dozen, that is 12 eggs, costs $3? I wanted to show you 2 different ways to solve for unit rate using some tools that we've learned so far this year. So I made a table here. Cost and eggs are being compared. And over here you can see it's $3 for 12 eggs. That's what we knew. Now maybe you're someone who can just go all the way from here to here. All the way from 12 eggs to 1 egg. But for me, the way I thought about it was I was like, well, if it's $3 for 12 eggs, then half of that amount of eggs would be 6, and half that amount of money would be $1.50. And then I thought, well, I can just divide it by 2 again. I know what half of 6 is, it's 3. Half of $1.50, of course, is 75 cents. And then I needed to divide by 3 to get from 3 eggs down to 1. And so, if 75 cents is 3/4, 3/4 buys you 3 eggs, then 1/4 will buy you 1 egg. So that's our answer, 25 cents. Is the price per egg. Very quickly, another way you can see this is to set our unit rate up as a fraction and try to find an equivalent fraction, or an equivalent ratio, or an equivalent rate. So we have this here. A way we could read this is $3 per 12 eggs, and we're trying to find out what is the cost per 1 egg. So down here, to get from 12 eggs to 1 egg, we'd have to divide by 12. Come up with an equivalent ratio or an equivalent fraction. We'd have to do the same up here, and $3 divided by 12 would give us our answer of $0.25, which is, of course, another way of saying 25 cents. Something that's kind of cool about rates is we just found out the cost per egg. But there's another unit rate hidden in this same scenario of a market selling 12 eggs for $3, and that is how many eggs do you get per dollar. That's a unit rate again, because we're talking about per $1, how many eggs do you get? So you're going to solve this on your own. It's going to be one of the questions in your Google form. Good luck with that, and see you in class.